I mean, I think it's going to be pretty hard to argue against Gambit youngsters being the favorite in this series.
Yeah, I mean, you almost take down Na'Vi twice. I think you've earned it. I'm definitely picking Gambit youngsters with this one. Although it's a great start. They don't really defend the B bomb side, but they're just saying we can just retake it. So yeah, whatever. Have that one little luxury there. And look at this. Axile trying to chase them down, but that's the bomb given right to the feet of Dima. And that's a very beautiful round to begin with here for ESPADA.
Doing their homework, figuring out what it is that Inters, well, that youngsters were going to go for. Inters is going to take a fight. He's going to get overwhelmed, however. No, what?
Oh my god.
Never mind. He gets 2 headshots, and it's a one-on-one somehow. Patsy and Inters. This could be setting it up for one of the sickest clutches of the year if Inters pulls this off. That would be bonkers.
I mean, it's hard to explain why ESPADA thought that was a good idea. They obviously felt like, yeah, we've got him, don't worry. Patsy, oh, and there was a chance. There was a real chance there, but he's going to win the fight. Scary stuff. ESPADA will win the pistol after all, but a moment of real panic and fear there. It looked like they were about to throw the whole thing away. But here we are. ESPADA off to a good start.
Yes, indeed. And while the best start that they could hope for, really, no bomb plant means it's going to be a hard eco coming in from Gambit youngsters. Shiro will go ahead and invest in that Deeg, with the rest of them on Glocks. So this should be a good round to farm up some economy here for ESPADA. And I like to see this from ESPADA, though. They aren't messing around. It's FAMAS's, 3 FAMAS's, 2 MP9s. I mean, this is setting themselves up for the next round, the following round as well, to have full nades going up against Gambit youngsters' first buy round. So thinking ahead here, ESPADA. Fundamentals.
Yeah, and slow round for, I mean, Shiro, I guess. Have him try and find something with the Deagle. But I mean, apart from that, I don't know. Nothing much to be gained yet. They're just moving Shiro across the map. Could be a chance here, but he's going to miss the opportunity. And now it's go time. Just the Glocks left. Find a way to speed this along, I would say. Or unless you want to have a little conversation if you want, you could do that.
Excuse me. This
good.
could not go worse. They all died to MP9s. That's unbelievable. How
really
rare is that you see an anti-Rico actually played out as an anti-eco should be played, in the sense that it's the MP9s that farm the kills to maximize money? Look at that. That's an AWP for Dexter now.
That is really not bad at all. So yeah, Dexter on the AWP and Gambit are going to have all AKs, but fair few grenades behind it. So let's see. Dropping the bomb further back suggests again that, oh, maybe not, Shiro's going to be picking it up, but Exile is really far away from the B bomb side. Normally you'll have someone out there that's going to be just taking a look at the B bomb side. That's not happening right now, which could be a big problem for Gambit. If they go slow and Dexter and Sodfik and even Finnegan and Dima down there start to realize that there's no one outside of B, who knows what happens.
So they're quickly trying to rotate Dexter up to the A site now. Not having spotted anybody outside of B, not having any control or rather idea as far as connector is concerned. This is turning into an A hit, but Gambit youngsters are going very, very slowly. And you can see now that Patsy's pushed his way up towards restrooms now that Dexter's joined him. And between the two of them, they may throw a wrench in things here for Gambit youngsters. Flash is over, and they're taking over long. The footsteps are being heard by Dexter, and the rotation's coming through. Finnegan trying to make his way up as quickly as possible. Dima as well on the rotate from that B site. And now Patsy gonna get his head taken off by Shiro.
Oh, and even better, they take down Dexter as well. So some revenge from the last couple of rounds here. That's good. They're all set up, and look at Axile. He's even looking for Sodfik, who's flanking in, a really long flank coming through. So if he wins that fight, which he might, that's going to be everything here. Finnegan, the last defender on the bomb side. Nice play from Axile. Just actually seeing that whole thing coming. That's going to be huge. So not a single person dies on Gambit youngsters, and things are off to a good start after all.
Yeah, thank you, Cruz. Thank you. Much appreciated. And yeah, this is definitely the strong start right back from Gambit. A flawless round. They managed to recover that AWP from Dexter. Dexter, again, thanks to that anti-eco round, he had the money for an AWP in this round. And so it's not all lost for ESPADA. They have a chance to bounce back here. Gambit youngsters, however, fully bought up all the nades, everything they could want. And they are currently content to just sit and wait to see if ESPADA were going to get cheeky with some aggression. And that doesn't look like it was going to be the case here. ESPADA are trying to play it safe. They don't have all of the utility in the world, nor do they have the best guns. Saltfik had to take a hit this round.
And Dexter with the AWP, though, could be a big equalizing force in this round if he could find some early kills, and he's putting himself in a position to do that. So I really want to. I like to see that. It's important, obviously, when you have, as you said, few grenades, not the best weapons. You have to try and actually get something out of it. Oh, this is dangerous, though. Supra is right around the corner, and if he just turns it in, it might have worked out. Oh, he's going to be looking the wrong way. It's him that finds the wrong timing. What an unlikely scenario.
Yeah, putting himself in a position where he has to worry about connector as well. Kind of screwed him up there. It's a 50-50, and he gets caught. And now you see that Gambit youngsters have to come back over here and try and re-clear out this part of the map. And to them, they're thinking it's time to head towards B. Bomb is rotating it back through spawn, taking the long way around. 30 seconds left. Dexter's going to get a freebie on Nafani. And Inters is just wondering what the hell is going on. What a fantastic turnaround here for ESPADA. This aggression has paid off for them wonderfully in this round. And I mean, 19 seconds left, and the bomb is nowhere near getting planted on this bomb site.
Yeah. Dima and Finnegan just need a single kill, and they'll be just fine. Dima now up on the box. It's a little bit dangerous, but that kill on the bomb. Oh, actually, they'll pick it up. They'll have just enough time for the bomb plant. That's ridiculous. I think the bomb must have gone forward a little bit there. Fell into Axile, or he would have had to have gone back. Patsy with a kill, though, and Axile alone at a 1 versus 3. I don't think he can win the round, but he can make it expensive, and not going to be able to do it, though. Oh, man. I mean, that whole round is on whether or not Supra has the right timing or wrong timing up there by the corner, and I mean, it just backfired on him, so.
That is too funny, dude. It's like the relay race or something. He's just running up there, trying to get to the bomb site, gets killed, but throws the bomb forward to his teammate, who catches it out of the air. It's like they're playing rugby or something. Except that you can't throw the ball forward in rugby, can you? You have to throw it backwards. So never mind, that wouldn't work.
I've played rugby once. It's so hard to do. It's so
a
hard
savage
mentally.
game.
But it's also just mentally, the idea of like having to do it is just feels so weird.
Having to do what, Anders? Get brutalized?
Yeah, well, that too. But it's just how you think about the game. You get. Yeah, I mean, it's just real weird. Like you have to run forward, and it's just real weird. It's hard to explain why, but your whole thinking about how to play is just completely backwards. So
we need to try this again here. I'm very curious now. We're gonna discuss this at some further point here. The complexities of rugby and the human mind.
Listen, it's an interesting test. Maybe it's just my mind that can't adjust to it, but the one time that I tried it, I found it to be real difficult.
I mean, I get it. Whenever we play together, all you do is just hold W and buy a Tech 9. So it does make sense. The concept of moving forward for you. I think it's probably just the idea of throwing something backwards at the same time. Maybe that's what's for,
Yeah, move forward, shoot forward. Doesn't have to be so complicated, Nice kill from Axile, finding that one over there, and now they're setting up for the A hit. Finnegan and Dexter are both weirdly behind, but again, Axile is holding it. This is his job right now. And this A defense is going to get obliterated. Now, the question is, will the Mike going to be coming in? Dima with a nice kill, could nearly be a double. Finnegan is a second away from getting shot at the back. And Axile, I can't believe there's the timing for him. Still possible, though, and now it's not. That kill on Dexter was what they needed. Dima, they shouldn't be peeking him at all here. Just leave it alone. Axile is already down to try and catch Dima, which is maybe a bit early, although... See, yeah, a bit of an attempt is made. And Shiro will find him. I like this, having Axile as the one man left behind. That's real interesting.
Yeah, talk about having faith in your teammates. Right? If you're Axile, you're trusting that they are not going to die. Because if they die, and one of your teammates has 4 HP, keep in mind. But if they die, you're on B site. There's no way you're stopping that defuse. So that's called faith, Anders. And, well, the power of it. Gambit pick up their second round here. And this is going to force ESPADA into a real awkward spot. They've elected to go for the force buy here. So ESPADA now, 2 MP9s, 3 Deagles, few nades, and a dream. Hoping to stop Gambit youngsters from gaining too much momentum here in this first half. And to check as well. start match, is it? Nope. Yes, this is ESPADA's pick.
Yeah. Well, Gambit youngsters are actually doing a fairly respectable job, I would say, at the moment. Currently 3 Deagles, 2 MP9s. So a little bit of a force up into this round, which I would even slightly question. I don't know. Maybe they would have to double eco anyway. I don't know, but got to be careful about putting Dexter out of that ult. He's been pretty good so far. Eagle there does a little bit of damage, only a tiny bit to the fanny. They're setting up for a B hit, and I think ESPADA read that early engagement against Dexter as a sign that it was going to be all A. And it's definitely not.
Yep. They're in position to pounce before that smoke blooms. Super able to push through, take down Sotfik. This will be the spot on short. Patsy wallbang survives barely. But the bomb should be being planted any moment now. And Supra, he's pushed so aggressively that he doesn't expect the second man to be coming from heaven. That's going to cost him his life. Axel, luckily, is going to be in position to get that punish. And so this is Patsy and Finnegan. And Patsy's going to be able to save this AK. So he is out of dodge. Can Finnegan get any value here? It's going to be hard, and I think he's just going to back off and save that Kevlar. And that's a big deal going into the next round for these guys. This could be an extra set of nades. I mean, that's $650 that you're saving going into the next one. So a couple of grenades that you might not have been able to afford otherwise. And Gambit youngsters doing a good job here of regaining control. About to set on 3 rounds in this first half on the T side. And this is looking like a bit more of an even match, Anders, than what we've had to start our day with.
Yes.
Between Virtus Pro and Spirit, which was a bit of a one-sided affair.
An absolutely strange game. It's kind of hard to really understand how that even ends up in that realm, but it did.
Indeed.
Both maps were weird.
Yeah, both maps. Yeah, no, it's odd at times.
Here's something interesting as well. Right now for Gambit, it's Exile and Supra that are playing really well, but it's usually Shiro and Fanny that we've had to call out. I'd say Exile's usually been the third man in there, but those other two have been probably leading the charge most of the time. So that could actually be great news for Gambit. It could obviously be that some of their star players aren't really coming up, but could also be that there's a lot more to come here for Gambit.
Certainly. Gambit have got depth. Gambit have certainly got some hitters on this team. So this time it was well played from ESPADA, taking advantage of that AK, just getting in there and trading. So Dexter valiantly sacrificed himself for his team. Good on him. And now there's 2 AKs on ESPADA, and Gambit youngsters are wondering, is this a buy? Is this a force? What is it that we're up against here? You can see them just kind of sitting back and waiting to see if there's going to be any further push coming in from ESPADA, but ESPADA seem to be content to sit and wait. They know that eventually Gambit youngsters are going to have to come to the bomb site. Eventually those guys are going to have to get that bomb planted, and there's only 2 spots on the map that they can do so.
And about 40 seconds as well, so I completely understand why they want to do this. I mean, they don't have a lot to defend with, is the problem. Dima does have a smoke. There's an HE on Sotfik. So the right timing, I think, especially for the HE, if he could get there, would be pretty huge. 25 seconds. He could throw it over the wall right onto the default spawn spot here. No connection so far on the Deagle. Dima, ooh, what an interesting position. He's inside of the smoke looking for them. They have no idea that he's here, but they've taken out Finnegan. That's a team grenade on Dima. Oh, that's going to be annoying. 9 seconds left, and they're going to find him as well. What a shame. Good heads-up play from Gambit youngsters, though. Checking everything, not leaving anything to chance.
Now we're going to get the vibe. And man, this is a tough one. It's going to be so tight that Dexter has to go glass cannon on the op. But look at him, brave. Going straight towards top mid. It's the aggro play. Glass cannon, who cares? He's going to beat the HE. Stay just a little bit further back, and he has now got an opportunity to find a shot here. Top mid. Things can get real interesting. Does this pay off? Because I really like this bold play here from ESPADA trying to make it happen. Dexter is going to get caught. He is flanked. And Finnegan, a little bit too much hesitation there, steps into Shiro's crosshair and gets nailed. 2-man advantage for Gambit. The decisiveness wasn't there from ESPADA. I mean, the decisive call was there to play aggro. But then the execution just wasn't fast.
It was very cool as well to see Shiro basically covering Intus as he was taking the fight there. Just having that aim right across the shoulder the whole time. And ooh, they can't win anything. Now it's getting over to be a real incredible cleanup here for Gambit. They take every rifle away. They put ESPADA back on an eco. This is starting to look incredibly well for them at the moment here. 5-3. That's already looking good on the T side of Overpass. They're in trouble.
No, it is the struggle here. 5-3. And, I mean, this is Gambit's map. Or is it ESPADA's? Did I mistake that? Is that a mistake? I think that might be ESPADA's pick. It is. Overpass is ESPADA's pick. But Gambit have a 77% win rate on this map over the past 3 months. So that's a real tough one for ESPADA going first pick Overpass on a map that Gambit are definitely going to be dialed on. Molly on Toxic. Do they get the peak? They need to be in position to play off of this Molly.
He's going to smoke it off instead of running out. But yeah, they still know that he's there. Ooh, a lot of damage there. 89 on Intus. That should have probably been a kill. Man, they are hitting their shots right now, Gambit. Even if they're low on health and everything else, they're just powering through. Patsy, doesn't even matter what he does here. He's not going to get a single kill either. Look at the money that's on the Fanny and Exile. Almost 13,000 each of them going into this round. ESPADA, they need some kind of encouragement to get back into this. They're really getting beat up badly. Exile is 11-3.
This is bonkers. 6-3. Monster cash now on Gambit youngsters. And as for ESPADA, this is where you have to wonder if they have that element of leadership where if it's not working, you still keep doing it. So what I mean by that is the push to top mid there 2 rounds ago, I really like that call. They're trying to take the fight to Gambit and get in there, right?
Yeah.
It didn't go their way. Now, does that mean they shouldn't do it again? Personally, I think here they should be doing it again. They should be aggressive again and try and take the fight to Gambit. Because at some point, I mean, sitting back and giving map control up to Gambit is just going to allow Gambit to execute their game, and that's working. That's not working for you right now. And so here we are again, top mid, all out. I love this from ESPADA. What a sick call.
Yeah, I think this is a really good. I definitely agree. I think, and there is a tendency, right? If you get beat up, that you're going to want to play even more safely, and that's definitely not always the answer. So good to see grenade damage a little bit there on Shiro. I think early on, or maybe it was a fight. I'm not sure, but also a tiny bit of grenade landing on Supra. So looks like they're setting up for a B execute. They could be doing this really quickly, in fact. And if they go right now, it's going to be trouble. They need to smoke off Sotfik if he's going to be up there at the sniper spot. Don't know if he will stick around, but they have the time for it. Patsy's out at the other side of the map, so he knows that there's no one there. Dima going to get overrun. Not the best start here. Sotfik with a nice reply, but still they're in trouble. Exile continuing. Super as well. They are just... Their aim is just so crisp right now, across the board right now for Gambit.
Oh, man, it's so painful to watch. Is ESPADA, they make the right call. They take over mid. They know exactly where Gambit youngsters are because they've pushed all the way up into playground. There's nobody mid, A, anywhere on that side of the map for Gambit youngsters. ESPADA know it's going to be B. They try and put the smokes down. And it's just not enough. And that's going to be a real disheartening sort of situation. This is the ultimate test now for ESPADA because when you make the right call and you get all that map control, you get everything, and you're like, sick, cool, we know where they are. Now we can get in position. Gambit youngsters execute right as you're trying to rotate in, right as you're trying to bolster the defense, and you get smashed. And so,
yeah, that was off by like a second, wasn't it? If they'd been there a little bit earlier and had like, one or two good counter flashes there, it really would have worked out. But
yeah,
they just weren't able to. That is absolutely rough.
It's harsh, man. This is a harsh series, and I mean, to be frank, Anders, the last time that we casted ESPADA, it wasn't any easier for them. They got 2-0'd by Spirit in brutal fashion, 16-5, 16-7 on Nuke and Overpass. They got 2-0'd by Spirit, 16-7 on Overpass. So I mean, it's really rough for ESPADA right now. It feels like perhaps they just don't know where their strong map is, where they need to be going.
Yeah, it started to feel that way. It could definitely be. You could be onto something here, and that's a problem for a lot of teams, right? Like struggling to find exactly what is our our best map, and how do we make sure we had the depth of at least being able to be competitive on 2 out of 3 maps in a best of 3. Like you have to find a way to do that. And that could be the thing that's eluding them right now. I like it from Dexter. I mean, he's again trying to a different kind of aggression, but trying to do it this time in connector, and he got caught by Shiro, who was already pre-aiming that corner. So now this A bomb site is in a lot of trouble. They got to find Supra, but Swordfig is down, and now it's just Patsy kind of near the A bomb site. But is that going to make any difference? Oh, they're going to go back to B. Exile is already down there. Look at this. They're going the CT spawn route to the B bomb site, and picked off is Finning. He's going to get confused. Like, what? How's there someone in here?
A very good question. Well, you can see, I mean, Gambit now are just they've have all the confidence. They're in full control, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. There's, I mean, this is an incredible first half. Again, if you just imagine that they'd won the pistol round or something like that, that's when you start to realize just how incredibly bad some of the things could have been here for the CT side at the moment. Like, they could have lost almost everything. Could have been 10-0 almost. So, yeah, we were thinking maybe it would be a little bit different earlier on, but now it's shaping up to be something like a similar kind of a game here. Wow. Didn't see it coming. 13-3 on Exile. He's having himself an amazing game.
Damn. Trump AC bringing it in, man. Hamadi, go get your own account, my dude. Don't buy accounts, thanks.
Yeah, don't do that. We've had bad luck with that in the past in CSGO, and it's probably against the Steam terms of service and all the rest of it, so...
Yeah, it pretty much is, and you know, it's like if you're gonna cheat on another account, you know what, you can go get stuffed. But if you just want an account, you know, like, why don't you just make an account? Oh, interesting. Probably because you got banned already. I don't know. We'll see.
It's entirely possible, isn't it? All right, let's see. What can we get out of them here? It's gonna be 8-3. They have some money back there. Not the best buy of all time here on the CT side, but it's something. And they need a place to start right now. They're so far behind at the moment. Again, same aggressive push. They're not going to find anyone. And if they just execute into B right now, then ESPADA are just going to feel like, what's going on? Why can't we just, for one time, have the right fight on our hands?
Well, this is why. If you keep trying to push A, I mean, I admire ESPADA for going aggressive still, right? For keeping it up. It's fantastic. But if you keep aggressing the same spot, eventually Gambit youngsters are going to be like, right, for them to aggress, they have to have 2 to 3 people over there. If we push onto B, likelihood of there being a stack here, pretty slim. And yep, Dima.
It's done.
It's done just like that. Although there is a quick flank coming in from Patsy. He is at Monster. Had he been able to find a kill, had he been able to find an opening there, that could have been huge. But Axel drops him, and that ends it here for ESPADA. It's a tough one for ESPADA, though. Man, it's so tough when you see it. You gotta admire them, man. They're getting out there. They're not just taking it. They're trying to fight. But Gambit, they made an excellent call this round. They just read the situation.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, I think what you're saying is true. There are some teams that just end up looking completely flat when they're getting beat up like this, and they just, you know, sort of retreat into a bomb site and don't want to do anything, just trying to wait it out and see if it's ever going to be over. But that's not what I'm reading out of them at all here either. But unfortunately, it's still just, I mean, it's not going to be enough. And the call that they made is going to be so great if, one, they end up fighting Gambit out there, or two, they can get back to the B bomb site in time. And it, you know, third option is they don't get back to B, and it's Dima having to fight it alone, and that's what happened. So 9-3. It's been 8 rounds in a row for Gambit. They've got so much money to work with, and ESPADA are just nowhere to be found here.
Yes, ESPADA are struggling, and de donde es ESPADA? That's one. They are Russian Federation, not Spanish or Mexican or anywhere from South America. It is the Russian Federation and Supra. 1-for-1 trade, instantly traded. Shiro, just so quick, gets in there, drops Finnegan. Rotation hard coming in now with this HE. I wonder if that gives it away. Do Gambit youngsters pivot towards A now with that HE? Wondering if they're thinking about it.
Yeah, they could have so much time, right? So sitting around, nice boost. That's incredible. Taking down Shiro, real well done. That's the kind of proactive kind of strike we like. The Exile going to be going down, and dropping him at any point of this here in this game has got to just feel amazing for the ESPADA team. Man, rough game still. 3-on-2, 50 seconds. Inters on the Fanny. This would be heartbreaking for ESPADA if they end up winning this 2-on-3 here. Nafani's waiting for them, and they could be walking right in front of him. Don't keep going. Stop right here. There's an AK waiting. That's going to be the one. Oh, and he nearly cleans up the second one. Had a real chance there.
Ooh, that's smoke. Oh, the fact that Patsy's there, Heaven, that catches Inters completely off guard. I'm sure he sees that smoke. He's like, why, thank you, sir, for being such a gentleman. Giving me a way onto the bomb site.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he gets caught. That is a 4th round on the board for ESPADA after what, 8 rounds in a row for Gambit youngsters. ESPADA are on it, so they finally get a bar. They finally get a round to go their way. They get a nice full buy here. Of course, Gambit youngsters are filthy rich, so they have all the money necessary to get a full buy of their own. And again, aggression top mid here from ESPADA, and Gambit youngsters are looking ahead, just run into it head on. They want to take this fight.
So let's see if ESPADA can win it this time. Last time it didn't work out so well. Dexter not going to get the shot. Patsy left to his own devices out there by the fountain, and he will go down. Deemer and Finnegan look like they want to push into sewers to get a little bit of control back, but it's another 4-on-4 here. Not the worst in the world. At least they didn't get beat outright, but definitely still much to be desired here. They need these last 2 rounds desperately on the CT side. Exile waiting down outside of the B-bomb site. He's got a smoke. Don't know if that's going to be enough to force anything. Looks like they're going out long. So let's see if Exile can stay alive. Cause even one person to stay around B. They're actually all falling back from B, looking at Dima and just saying, you know, you keep an eye on this part, and we'll do all the rest. They've got the right read here, ESPADA. This is a good call coming out from them.
Yeah, they're going to have that mid presence as well from Slotfic, and this is big. Dima catches out Exile, and that's the only one he's going to spot over there, and so this should confirm this A hit for ESPADA. And you can see them starting to, I want to say, congeal, to retreat back to the site to condense this defense here.
Yeah. Super, that's a nice kill. Gonna be followed by Inter. Super again. Big double Finnegan here. 8 seconds left. He's gonna get one. Swinging for it. Oh, they come off it. And they're gonna fight him instead. 1-on-1. 2 seconds left. And on the other side, Shiro, he has to do it. He's not gonna be quick enough. Oh, I don't know why they were hesitating that much. Either fight him or plant the bomb, but that middle round is not gonna be working out.
I think the body was in the way. Shiro couldn't get the shot off because his teammate, like, he'd have to shoot through his teammate who was planting the bomb to get the kill.
Do it.
You're right. I mean, to be fair, you're right. That's you know, the sacrifices that must be made, Anders. You're a hard man.
You got to. Not gonna look good at the funeral, but you know.
Oh, it's aggression long. This is it. Something hits one, and there's the trade. Patsy's trying to fall back. Diva is also in there. ESPADA, their aggression is finally paying off. They are getting at it. Gambit youngsters struggling to deal with this pressure through long and mid.
Yeah, they really are, aren't they? Let's see. Still a 3-on-4, but at least they've got back from that long position after losing the initial kill. That could have been a real nightmare if they would have got stuck out there. Inter's making a lot of noise running up to the corner. Dexter could set up for a flashbang. Yeah, he's going to flash. Oh, but they're already turned. They were never going to get flashed from that. So it's a nice idea, but unfortunately, all it does is warn them that Pat is turning the corner.
Oh. It's a bit of a clench moment there, but they are going to back off. Hey, Supra is just counting his lucky stars that he survives with 21 HP. What's going to be real hard here is Finnegan. What's he going to do? Currently trying to cover multiple angles from a single position, right? If they come short, if they come long, he's going to be ready for it. But he's also got Dexter trying to rotate down. Will he make it in time? The defense trying to get here to this B site. Finnegan holding close, going to go for the peak. Hits the shot. It's all on Inters now. 1v2, and he's able to get the bomb plant.
It's not bad, but a real chance here for ESPADA to finally pick up that 6th round, and that would be really something, wouldn't it? Let's see. Inters trying his best to smoke up already and looking for the angle there on top of him, and they'll get the round. That's not bad at all. Pretty respectable after all for for the CT side, 6-9. I mean, I don't know if it's enough. It's not going to say that yet, but at least they come back to 3 in a row at the end here, and that's definitely something. I still think Gambit are well positioned to take this whole thing.
They are. Let's not be, Gambit still picked up 9 rounds on the T side of Overpass. That's nothing to sneeze at. And so going into this second half where we will have no break, we're straight into the action here.
Yep.
You still have to lean towards Gambit. But that was ESPADA showing a lot of heart this first round. I'm really liking ESPADA. They got a lot of heart. They got a lot of grit. They keep fighting,
Agree. Yeah, I mean, we see high-level teams, fold under this kind of pressure every once in a while. So, yeah, I completely agree. It's nice to see that they're actually doing something. Even if it's been mostly not working, it's much better than seeing teams that just sort of, give up and say, oh, I guess we'll just stay in B and A and wait for bad things to come.
Indeed. Now can they do better than the last time these two teams faced? Oh, they didn't face. It's my mistake. But the last time they played Overpass, where it did not go ESPADA's way whatsoever. That was against Spirit, and it was 16-7. Right now we're at 6 rounds for ESPADA, so they got to do better than that, Sanders. They got to do better. They're playing better right now.
Well, there's the start. P250 to take down Supra. And yeah, Exile, only one that can defend this right now. Fanny's trying to get there in time, but he's going to have to get the headshot, but they're running him down. Nice kill. Dexter will continue the fight, and that's all the opening they need. Now they get the safe bomb plant and the retake. I don't even know how you begin to do this.
It's a very good question. I mean, Dexter even trades out the P250 for a USP. This guy's a savage. There's the headshot. He only believes he is going to get the clicks. He does get taken down by Inters, but it's Inters in a 1v3. An impossible situation for him now. All the angles covered. No matter where he goes, he's going to get shot, and he has no way out as they are already trying to rotate in to cut him off at the pass. Oh, drive-by. Thank you very much. Does he pick up a kit? He does pick up a kit. No way does he manage to pull this off, though. He's not going to have the time. They need to peek him. There's a big headshot from Inters. It doesn't stick. His pros go fake. Anders, does he make it? He's so close. Oh, no. Just a split second off.
That is real close, man. That's Inters showing a lot of heart. I don't think most people would have thought, whatever, I'm just going to save the armor if I can here, but he actually nearly did it. If he'd hesitated even a second there at the end on the T side, that would have been the end of the round. He would have defused that bomb. Very cool. 9-7, and ESPADA off to a decent start here in spite of a near meltdown.
That's agony. That really, really looked like they were going to get it done, that he was going to just clutch it for his team there. That would have been insane. 1v3, an impossible situation. And well, now this because of the damage dealt, it looks like Gambit are saying, okay, no shenanigans. I mean, they do have a pretty cool boost setup here, so but it's all just USPs.
Wow, gymnastics in the middle of the map. I like it. Dexter, let's see what you've got. Oh no, they came off it just as he turned. What a shame.
Well, now where's that UMP? I want the UMP to be getting the kills. Okay, Softrick found one. AK gonna get picked up here by Supra and does not hit the one shot. Needed that headshot instantly. Didn't happen. And so ESPADA 1 round away from tying it up. And after that hard eco, Gambit youngsters believe they have enough money for a buy. They are going to make the play now here on the CT side. And no kits. No kits. This is Nefendi having to go for a FAMAS so that he can afford some anti-rush nades here.
Yeah, I mean, not having the kits is a little bit of an issue, maybe. But I guess Gambit youngsters also just feeling so confident. Here we go. Fight. Oh, and a missed shot, and they get run down. Both of them dead, and Dima with a shot. That's it. Save what you've got. Nefendi's going to stick around, but he's going to get taken down. Oh, dear. ESPADA. Explosive suddenly here in the second half.
Well, they showed us that they were willing to play aggressively, that they were willing to take fights on their CT side. Pushing top mid, getting in there, even if it went against them, they did it again. They're showing real heart here, ESPADA, and so the quick pace, cancel the molly, hit short fast. What a play. So cool here from ESPADA. They are showing Gambit youngsters no respect. And it's worth mentioning that this is a 5th, 6th match, but that there are points on the line here. And this is why we are having this match. There are more points for 5th place,
Yeah.
obviously, than 6th place. And so we have to have this decider to determine who's going to get those points. But ESPADA, ESPADA are setting themselves up for one hell of a fight here in this series. They are not going to get rolled the way they did in that last match of the groups.
Yeah, right. That is so interesting. I wasn't expecting this at all, but really, really cool to see. I mean, a lot. Just think about how much rides on whether or not Shiro hits the first shot or not. As soon as he misses it, all he's doing is blocking his teammate behind him from doing anything, and that AK in front just destroys both of them. So it's like it's such a huge issue, and real interesting to see though just how much that works out for Dexter, running them both down 9-9 in the 19th round. Now it's interesting. Now we're back.
Now we sit and now we wait, and we wonder if Gambit are going to be as aggressive, as confident as ESPADA in their CT play. Do they try and push mid? Do they try and push long? Do they try and push into sewers? Right? Are they going to go and look for the fight against ESPADA, or are they going to have faith in their ability to hit the shots if they give ESPADA too much map control? Because that's what's going to happen. If you don't get out there and challenge as the CT side of Overpass, you give your opponents too much map control, they get to execute their play.
Well, I think this round might be all about that one flashbang that Super is holding. Look at that. He's just walked all the way back at the site. So he's going to be setting it up for his team to go for this. Certainly an interesting idea. I mean, I think it could definitely work out. 45 seconds, they're coming through. Oh, the flashbang is way, way, way too early. So they're going to love that. Now they could definitely go for it and should be having a grand time here. A couple of kills for Finnegan, and yeah, this is just all cleaned up nicely. Even with the AK still inside of the side, should be no problem here.
And then maybe potentially a second AK saved here. Inters and Axel, they could make away like bandits. Going into the next round, this could be excellent for them because the Spot are going to get up onto that A site. They're going to get excellent post-plant positions. It would be so difficult to retake and defuse.
Yeah, no.
So now, hey, you get 2 AKs. This is really good.
I mean, nice idea, I think, setting up with a flashbang there. It's just always a question of timing, and it is hard. Like, if you wait too long, you know, your teammates die, and then you throw the flashbang, that doesn't feel like great either. A little bit too early, you can't capitalize on it, so I think anyone is really to blame for that. So, here we go. It's going to be ESPADA taking the lead for the first time almost. They did have it for a couple of rounds in the beginning, but that was it. So now they're back 10-9. Quite cool.
Ah.
No one behind the bomb. It's all good. Orb is back on Shiro. He's definitely one to watch, right? Like, he should be way further up there. Him and Nafani are both bottom of the scoreboard right now. And that definitely has me concerned. You got to question why that is.
I'm looking at the disposition, and this is looking like ESPADA just want to go crashing in. Are they gambling on Gambit trying to play aggressive, trying to play their game? Oh, the flash is in. This is going to be a big push. 2 quick kills. Third man here, Nafani. Just ready and waiting. He's going to pop this head. No, the dodge. Dima decides to stick around, and ESPADA showing some hesitation. They fight their way onto that site and decide to give it up. I suppose because the rotation is going to come through, and they weren't fully committed.
Yeah, I'm really interested. I'm not
ESPADA are playing so good.
They were playing good. I wonder, because Nafani was alone at the side there. I mean, maybe it's because they were all grouped up. They were just worried about, you know, pushing forward in one big group there. 50 seconds on the clock. Shiro's holding really far back at A. I mean, so far back that he's not going to be able to do anything down here. I mean, he'll know when they show up on the bomb site, but that might not be enough timing. Like, they need a little bit of warning at the very least to try and do something with here. Not sure I'm loving this at the moment. Molotov forced him back. So, yeah. Oh! they keep pushing forward. Patsy wanted to control the bomb site, and that's given at least an opportunity now. 3-on-3. Nefani's still down to the B bomb site. Axel's going to be showing up as well, trying to throw in a grenade, I think, but nothing happening yet. And Sotfik is waiting for Nefani. That's a secondary fight that's happening here.
Ooh. There it is, the headshot from Axel. The man, he's not missing much right now. And Nefani takes Sotfik. This is on Dexter. Big plays possible. He's going to find the first one. Going for the free spray. I love it. And he takes Shiro first. Point blank. It's a one-on-one. Nefani charging. He knows that he's low. Dexter doing the best he can to play the angles, but the shadow gives him away, and he misses the shot. Dexter is heartbreaking, but he does it in the end, Anders, because there's no kit. There's no time. And ESPADA take a 10th round. Double digits on the T side, and that is, what, 8 rounds in a row for ESPADA.
Oh, yeah. And that was 1-on-3 for Dexter at the end there. What a huge win to have at this point in the game. That is going to feel amazing. Didn't see it coming, but there we are.
Oh, dude. Could they do it, Anders? I mean,
they are doing it.
Powerful on this map, but they're doing it right now. We talked a lot about heart and grit, and that they've been showing a lot of both so far on this map. Can they keep it together through and through? Can they keep it together to the end? Let's see. This is fantastic. But it is going to be the power charge, and straight into the blender they go. It's a tough one.
They're not doing it anymore.
You see, okay, I think what's going through their minds right now is that I think they're expecting Gambit to play like they played, which was aggro mid, aggro long, many bodies there, right? Like 3 bodies there. And so I think they're expecting it to just be 1 or 2 players on B site, and that they can catch them by going, aggressive through. Except the Gambit are like that 1 step ahead. They're like, oh yeah, you think we're going to be over there? No, we're actually going to be predicting. It's that mind games, because I'm sure that these teams practice against each other all the time. I'm sure that they run into each other all the time, and so there's going to be layers and layers of mind games going on here. But I'm pretty sure that's what's happening in terms of the mind games right now. So ESPADA, they're going to have to change up. They're going to have to change up. This is where you get the crazy thing, down the rabbit hole. Now Gambit do put 4 players mid, and ESPADA try and challenge it, and it's just all out. Is that where we're going?
Oh, I don't even know anymore. It's so hard to predict these games. It's just been 5 rounds in a row to start the second half for ESPADA. Now finally a round for Gambit. Is that the beginning of something, or are they just going to go back to being shut down here? Exile's not really felt anything over at the restrooms. He's just going to be falling back, and they actually are about to have 4 people at this B bomb site, so if they go for it here, then should be a reasonable chance here for Gambit to try and hold on to it. Probably the best chance they're going to have. Let's see. They're waiting around. They're not convinced that they actually want to do this.
Oh, no. Oh, well, that was awkward. Sotfik just fluffed his molly. That's unfortunate. That would have been the toxic barrels molly, but that doesn't go. Super instead takes max damage from that AG. What's going on? Everybody's getting hit here. That's got to be a leg shot onto Patsy.
Well, get back up to the A bomb site. Axel's going to be the first point of contact, and he goes down. I don't even know. He's looking the wrong way, essentially. Nefani, the only one there, and I don't know what he can do. He's going to get flashed once, and he's just have to wait. He has 4, but they don't take him down. He's going to get only the 1 kill, and I think they need to back on out here. I don't think it's worth throwing away these guns. 3 versus 4. Yeah, they're going to make an escape right away. Man, that's a lot to put on Axel, who's been playing well, but I don't know. He did not look like he was committed to actually fighting there. It looked like he was just on a bit of an adventure, really.
I think he was just trying to gather info.
Something like that.
Probably not expecting anybody to be there, right? He just goes in, checks. He's probably just like, okay, check restrooms real quick. Cool, they're not going to be there. And then there's 3 guys there. He gets shot in the face, and it all goes south really quick. So maybe a misread there on his part. It's a tough scenario. But this is really just looking so much better for ESPADA now. At least Gambit, it's not all done because they saved those 3 guns. And so even going into the next round, they'll have a fairly strong buy. But ESPADA, man, 12-10 in the lead on the T side. ESPADA are looking great right now. And I feel like every map we're watching these days, Anders, is like there are no CT-sided maps anymore. I think CSGO is now just a T-sided game.
Yeah, I think, you know, part of it is definitely the economy, like you were talking about, but I think part of it is also, I think it's also just that fixing CT sides is so much harder. I think it's much harder work, and it usually requires like a roster that stays together for a longer time. Oh, triple nade. Fanny only ate one of those, I think. Maybe it was only double nade, but could have been dead if there was triple. Anyway, like you need a roster that stays together for a long time to start to build some of the synergy. You know, like if you're holding A with someone else and you've been doing it for, you know, more than 6 months, then you start to develop like a real feeling for how you play off each other and like how's the timing of the flashbangs and like what little tricks do we have that we know how to do. And that's hard for a lot of teams to even have, you know, that going on. So, you know, I think teams tend to just want to do more on the T side because it feels like you achieve results, you know, quicker and, you know, it feels more rewarding probably as well. Oh, look at the flashbang through. That's a nice trick. Setting it up, going for the fight. Big triple there at the end. 2 for Supra, 1 for Intos, and that's it. That's the bomb down. 40 seconds. That's the round. What an amazing play.
And Shiro with the dig at the end. Okay. Well, not everything can be perfect. You know, that was at some point Gambit have to start waking up and fighting back. So it was 5 rounds in a row, and now we've just started trading back and forth between ESPADA and Gambit youngsters. ESPADA have the money to absorb this turn of events. They will have a decent buy going into this round, but this is it. They're tapping their bank. Whereas Gambit youngsters are going to be full bot across the board and aggressive as well. Axel, quick up to top mid. He's going to get flashed in as well. Is anybody going to be facing this? The smoke is there, and they are backing HE in. It's looking like there's going to be a meaty one. Does some damage to Finnegan and Dexter. Not as much as I thought, but still. And there's Patsy through connector. Takes it. Axel just catches him out completely. What a swarm.
I don't know. Axel fell back like he was just completely sure that that was safe. He looked like he was way too comfortable doing that. So maybe just didn't think about it, but that was a pretty easy kill there for Patsy. Dima could be in some trouble if he stays in the tunnel. Looks like they're going to wait for him. If he walks out and they're actually there, he's just going to fall back here. Can't believe he's still alive. About to get shot in the kneecap. There's the big Johnson. Oh, yeah, he's going to be dead. That's a huge find. Super's not feeling anything else, so how long before they bring someone else up to this A site?
You're aching to know, right? But you do have the push for information coming in here from Nafani. And he's going to get into restrooms as well. Does he catch Finnegan out? Finnegan barely makes it back around the corner again. Saltfic in the meantime is clearing out connector, making some noise, drawing attention towards this B site. And that's where the bomb is. Look at this potential flank coming in from Nafani. I'm pretty sure he just... Yep. Yeah. He's found him.
He's just waiting.
Wait for this to develop. Sees a clear connector as well. This is going to be the B hit, but there are 3 players here for Gambit youngsters. This should be big. Saltfic's going to catch Inter. He's trying to take the fight, though. Very passive hold from the 2 remaining players, Super and Shiro, not doing a whole lot, and ESPADA are going to get a bomb plant.
I don't know what they just did. They knew everything that was coming. Nafani had just called it down. They knew there was 18 seconds when they started rushing the bomb site. Nafani trying to bring this one back, but this is a huge mistake coming out from Gambit youngsters. This is practically unforgivable because all they needed to do was wait, and I think they just gave away the round for no reason. There's absolutely what happened here. Nice shot from Nafani. Oh my dear, he's going to be down. He's going to have time for it as well. I mean, ESPADA likewise giving it back, fighting him in a 1-on-2, not even waiting until he tries to get close to the bomb site. These are some mistakes that should not be happening. I'm honestly shocked.
I think they're getting ahead of themselves here, Anders. Those are the kinds of mistakes where you're trying to force it, right? You got up onto the bomb site, you get that bomb plant, despite it all, it's all looking good, and you try and force the end instead of letting the round come to you, instead of letting the play come to you, you try and force the play, and that just came back to bite them. That was a massive round from Nafani, 4 kills for him in that round. We're tied up 12-12, and Gambit youngsters, yeah, that's one of those rounds where if you're Gambit, you're just thanking your lucky stars, because you should have lost it. At that point, bomb planted on B. Pretty sure you should have lost that round at that point, but you know, Gambit, they get it.
I mean, listen, Gambit tried their best to give that round to ESPADA. Only Nafani was like, "Hold on, guys! Like, why are we giving away 3 rounds? Like, let's not do that." that that round is riddled with mistakes. Like, that's a round to be studied for what not to do. Look at what it does to ESPADA, though. Even with bomb count, they're just out of money. This is a very, very strange game all of a sudden.
Now they have to play fairly passively. This should be an easy shot for Shiro. He's going to take down Sotfik. And the spot and mid as well. Looking like they're just going to try and commit to this A side ESPADA. And it's not going to end well. So this round is going to go fairly quickly here, I imagine. Yeah, Shiro with the other. He spotted the second man long as well. He knows that he's out there.
It's actually super important that they don't lose people in this round, Gambit. Because remember, that last round was the 1-on-2. So, you know, only the Fanny made it out with a rifle. So if they were to lose, like, even 2 people in this round, that's money that they don't have to give away. There's 1 kill for Patsy. He could still do a lot here. He's low on health, I know, but even a single more, he's not going to get it. Grenade will take him out. So, again, this is about the money right now for Gambit youngsters. They're playing a really, really unsteady second half. They need this.
I like how I just look over at the chat sometimes, and then the first thing I see is from RJ Rock. Why assholes peak?
I know. I feel the same way.
Ah, come on, man. Oh, dude, that's too much. One thing, if ESPADA were min-maxing that last round, dying to Shiro is the best thing they can do because he only gets $100 a kill, right? Versus the $300 the other guys would get for their kills. So 3 kills to him, $300. You know, if you're min-maxing right now, you know, ESPADA, they're on top of it. They know what's up.
Playing World of Warcraft out there, you know.
Nah, they're playing Satisfaction right now. You know, they're out there calculating, you know, just writing down, doing the math real quick. How do we optimize this round to give as little as possible to Gambit? We go die to the op. Well, solid.
I'm going to have to play that game. You're talking about it a lot. I'm going to check it out. Sold me on it. 26th round, ladies and gentlemen, here. A 1-round lead for Gambit. They've won 3 in a row, though. They have a little bit of money behind them. ESPADA don't. It's actually shocking. If they lose this round again, they're just going to keep going. There's Shiro with the opening kill. Exile can't do anything here. He's going to go down right afterwards. So a little bit of a shame. Let's just find out. 13, 14, 12, 13, sorry. It's going to be Sotfik and Patsy with a couple of kills each, and this should do it. This should definitely do it.
Man, Gambit must be losing their minds. But ESPADA are so quick. They don't hold back. When it's time to go, they go. There's no hesitation on this. There's no hesitation on this team. You know, sometimes you're seeing teams, you know, like, oh, stutter step in, or they don't quite commit. One side of the flank is a little bit later than the other. Dude, ESPADA right now, man, they are all in. They are fighting tooth and nail. And Gambit, Gambit youngsters, it's Super and Inter is just wondering what the hell is going on that upper site.
Yeah. Oh, man. Even after getting the opening kill, they just weren't able to pick that up. 13-13 now. They just picked up that round. Dexter at the top, but I mean, look at the whole team performances from ESPADA. Top fragger is Dexter at 16. Bottom is 13 on Sotfik, and then it's 14 on everyone else. Maybe why they're still in this. Fanny and Shiro have started to wake up. And they were really far behind earlier, so they've started to make their way back.
Do we get more of it? Look at this. They're set to split. They're looking for the aggression here on B. Already short control for Dima. Great discipline on the side of Gambit, not giving them anything. 1 kill there, and I think ESPADA are trying to pounce. But Gambit don't peek, which is perfect. Just let them sit there. And now ESPADA have to try and, well, they have to try something else. You want to run through that smoke? I don't think so. So 1:15 on the clock. You still have Gambit youngsters. Their insurance right now is Axel, who's over on long. So he's holding this part of the map, giving information to the team, saying he hasn't seen anybody over here just yet. And Shiro has got eyes mid. And now you're going to get that push from Axel. He's really going to confirm this. Pushing all the way up to top long, getting into playground. Gambit youngsters have set themselves up for victory here in this round. Now it's either going to be short A or it's going to be B, and it's looking like they're thinking it's going to be B. Sotfik has rotated back around. Does this throw anything out of whack? Because Shiro now has to come back to A, and this could be a golden opportunity for ESPADA to get into this bomb site.
Yeah, I mean, nice attempt from Axel, but I think that might just be it here. Shiro is the only man here with an AWP. They're going to be close range. Excellent shot to take down one. Oh, dear. He's doing it. He's got a big double kill and looking for the third one. He can't quite get it. He bought his team a chance here. 3-on-3 now. Oh, could they actually make this work?
This is the best of questions, Andrews. And so far, it's been very hard to predict. But they're going for it. No fear, only dreams. 3 kits, and they're going. Sotfik gonna find the first one. Supra is out of it. Now a man advantage for ESPADA on this hold, and that has stopped Gambit cold. Although it looks like they're still gonna go. Nafani and Insters looking for this fight. Dexter gonna take Insters, and Sotfik finds Nafani. Gambit deciding to try and make the play after all.
14-13, and the money is not there for Gambit. I mean, if they force in this round, I don't think that would even make any sense. You almost just have to fight for overtime at this point in time.
Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
I think ESPADA are just winning now. This is an amazing comeback from them if they make this work. They ended the first half with 3 rounds in a row. They started the second half with 5. That's 8 rounds in the middle of this game that they pick up. I mean, that is a massive chunk to get back in the game.
And it's worth pointing out that the prize for 5th place is $4,500 and 1,500 Road to Rio major points. So, bit of cash on the line, obviously. 5th, 6th. If you take 6th, you're losing 1,000. You're losing 125 points. So you really want to be getting into that 5th spot. That's a lot of money. And the youngsters, obviously, with how well they've played so far this tournament, they've gone toe-to-toe with some of the best.
Oh, yeah. Taking down Navi.
Yeah, this would be a big, huge upset. I mean, if Gambit go down here, this is ESPADA really slapping the world in the face.
It really would be. I mean, given that win, right, that's what we all thought would already happen. But right now, ESPADA are actually showing up in such a big way. Now, Gambit are going to have a lot of money to work with in the next round. That's the real positive takeaway here. So, I don't know. Overtime is absolutely doable at this point in time. That's actually a fairly likely outcome. Unless ESPADA could show us something real cool in the 30th round. 29th round, I guess, really, but that would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Isn't this the ultimate test, right, for ESPADA? Do you still have that aggression in you? The will to make the call, to just go in, and then, you know, when it's all on the line, get it done? We're about to find out, because this is going to be it. 15-13 the score. ESPADA on map point on the T side of Overpass, and just looking good. And it's not going to be the best buy for Gambit either. They're going to be a little bit light on nades. Super getting dropped in M4 just to have more nades to work with. And Nafani has to go for the FAMAS so that he can have those incendiaries as well. They are worried, or at least they want to be covered from the rush on B. First smoke to go out down to Monster. That's Nafani having used it already. And he even picks up an extra flash off the back of that. So really maxing out the defense here on B.
Here we go. Early grenades in. Double nade to that boost position. Does a little bit to Nafani, but he'll live through it. And ESPADA not going to throw anything away by, you know, trying anything mad here, like just rushing or anything. They want to do what they've been doing so far, and they've been doing it well. Checking it out, finding some of the Gambit players that are playing, you know, on the edge of the map, and then just trying to position themselves from there on out. So I appreciate it. I think this is a smart call from them. It's what's been working for them so far.
Yeah, it has so far. Gambit youngsters are the ones who are actually playing very defensively. Minute on the clock. Finnegan peeking into mid. Not going to spot anybody just yet. Molly to go and clear the usual op spot. Patsy is as well. Just going to be helping out. But that bomb is rotating towards B, and there are currently 3 players here for Gambit youngsters, and it's been very successful for them when they've played this kind of crossfire on Monster. It's worked so far for Gambit. Do they have any more smokes? They have 2 more smokes. They have a Molly on Nafani. This is it. This is going to be big. 30 seconds.
This is the big chance, you're right. Last chance for Gambit to try and see if they can bring this into overtime. Great entry from Topic. Taking an instant kill on Insters. It's now Super fighting back. Huge double for him. Hasn't reloaded yet. They almost lined up for him, and he aimed their way, and Dima will take him down. And that is a big step in the right direction here. ESPADA almost completing this entire comeback. Shiro pushing through, but they're right underneath him. He's going to go down. It's Dima to continue. A triple kill for him, and Axtile, he is so dead. 16-13. ESPADA, they complete the comeback.